Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gendron Tarot by Melanie Gendron. Website is here, usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame on that and check it out if you'd like to. I can hold it steady for the love of Pete. There we go. Supportive Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Website on the back is, I think it's hayhouseradio.com. Hayhouse.radio? Hayhouseradio.com. There's more on the inside here. Let me show you those. Is that the right page? Yeah, feel free to freeze frame on that and check out any of those websites too if you want to search out information about this. Okay. What do we have for Pisces? The first thing I got was that you're doing good. You're doing better than you actually realize. And I feel like the reason we're getting that is because you got the page of... I'm thinking page right now. It's the Princess of Pentacles, which the Princess and Prince, depending on how they hit, when I see them in decks, it doesn't mean they're a page or a knight necessarily. It depends how they're hitting with everything else. I'm feeling kind of page at the moment. So, just in case it seems weird. I'm feeling kind of a page energy with it. That's my first initial reaction. I'm seeing somebody young here in the center. So kind of like, I feel like this card, the Princess and Prince, I feel like they go both between page and knight, depending on what's going on around them. So I don't really pigeonhole them either way. But in this reading, I am kind of getting a page, kind of like a more like a receptive, what's going on, tell me what to do type energy. And it feels like things aren't moving forward the way I want to, and I'm feeling kind of like stuck. Thing is, you're not stuck. It feels like you're stuck. I feel like the only thing I'm feeling a block with is action. But mentally, it seems like things are moving forward, things are coming together. So maybe things around you are coming together. There is like the door is waiting to open. But I'm also noticing in the environment you do have, they refer to it as the Deceiver in this deck. It's usually the Devil card, talks about boundaries, talks about restrictions. Usually the Devil talks about restrictions that most people don't care for. It is an Earth card, the way I read it anyway. And the reason I say that is a lot of times it refers to Capricorn. Capricorn's an Earth sign, just in case you're wondering. Clearly you're a Pisces, you're a water sign. But the thing is, you can work with this energy if you know what's going on. If you understand what's happening with it and where it's going, a lot of times you can work with this energy and plan through it and get through it and kind of like get to the other side of it for when this releases. And it's kind of like trying to understand, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? The situation around you has restrictions that you're not enjoying. And it's kind of like something is going to show up. You got the door to value showing up at the end of this in two different ways. The door to value and the door to spirit. So the doors are opening at some point with this situation, whatever we're dealing with. The thing is, I feel like you have a lot of ideas. They're just not happening just yet. It's kind of like, maybe you don't have the full plan developed, but you're kind of like, I know where I want to be. I know what type of things I want to do. But like the inspiration and the move forward just hasn't happened yet. It's almost like knowing you want to draw, but not knowing exactly what you want to draw. Maybe you know the context, you know the subject matter, you have an idea of like what medium you want to use, but like the literal thing you want to draw has not like clicked into place yet. It might be something like that. So you have most of it, you have a lot of thoughts about what you want to do, but it's just not clicking in yet. And they're saying this is not wrong. This is actually a part of the development process. Especially because whatever it is, you definitely want it, but it's like, I want it, and I want to start it, but it doesn't seem to be happening. For one reason or another, it's even though I want to, and I really it's just not happening. I just can't seem to make it happen. I'm like, for example, if you wanted to make something out of clay, you wanted to do a sculpture or whatever you wanted to do, you're like, for some reason, maybe I got as far as buying the clay, but I never seem to sit down and actually start making it happen. And it's kind of like I feel like you're starting to maybe beat yourself up about it, because I'm getting like this page energy. Like I keep feeling like I'm going to do it, but it just doesn't seem to happen. I'm also looking at the past, kind of like I've had these ideas for a while, and I really want them to start happening now. And I feel like I've developed to the next stage to where I got more inspiration. Again, it's kind of like I know I want to make a sculpture. Maybe I know I want to make it about something about nature. I know I want to add in this element and this element to it. Like you got the components to build it. You just still don't know the exact form it's going to take yet. I want it to come forward. Like I'm going to say this like I always say this. I'm a Pisces too, so I kind of relate to this. A lot of information there, a lot of good things. Can we get like a little bit more? Because I feel like there's something more with this that I'm missing. Like, what is it? Because it's kind of like it's not moving forward yet, but I can understand wanting it to. 3 of Wands, and then the Wheel. 3 of Wands is coming in reversed. It's like the 3 is literally upside down. It's pointing down. It's not moving forward yet, but I feel like it just hasn't showed up yet. Like something is coming. Something is just, there's like another piece that's kind of like gonna kind of just slide into place that's gonna help. And it's kind of like, but I don't know what you're talking about. I almost feel like that's what this is gonna be like. Kind of like, all right, I want to do all that stuff and I want to do a sculpture, but what do you mean what piece has to slide into place? The piece I'm waiting to slide into place is me actually doing it and actually having that last, like start forming something and see what happens. But it's like something else is going to slide into place. There's something else waiting that's going to add into this experience that I feel like you're not expecting. And when this last piece slides into place, I feel like that's when things are going to start moving forward. The block is lifted once that last piece slides into place. I kept seeing these two, and I was like, I kept wanting to say the block is lifted, but it's right side up. The 2 of Swords is a block card, the lack of movement. But I'm also seeing like the Goddess card coming in afterwards, Goddess of the Moon, saying that when the right time comes, things are just going to release really quickly, and you're going to be let go from that devil energy. Can we get a little bit more information with this? It's the 7 of Cups reversed. When I think of 7 of Cups reversed, I feel like something is coming into reality. When it's right side up, it's like dreams and thoughts and possibilities. It's here up in the ether. But when it's reversed, it's like coming into literal reality. And you got the Death card on its side. It's not going to happen with a big, like, just rush forward. It's going to start coming in, I want to use the word comfortably. So it's not that we're going to start off at a run. We're not going to hit the beach running on this one. That's not going to be how this goes. Even if you have planned or want that to happen that way, I feel like it's still not. That if this reading is hitting for you, that's not how I'm seeing it go. What I do see it is, all right, I like cooking analogies, so I'll go with one. So maybe I have the kitchen, I have the stuff in the kitchen. When this starts coming forward, it's like I want to make a dinner, or maybe I just want to start selling cookies. I want to start selling cookies. That's my side business I want to do. We're just going to say that for argument's sake, because I'm switching analogies. In the very beginning, this is going to start very comfortably. Like, maybe I get an order the first week for 2 dozen shortbread cookies. 2 dozen is not a lot, but it's enough. And then maybe it stays like that for a month or so. And then, like, the next month, maybe you get an order for, like, you know, a couple dozen cookies plus something else. It's slowly, but it's comfortably. It's kind of like, all right, it's worth my time. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if it was a week, every week you were getting 2 dozen cookies. The next month it's like 2 dozen cookies plus some other item. And then a couple months pass, and then you get 2 dozen cookies, another item, and then something else on top of that. It's slowly building. It's very comfortably building. It's also, I feel like what they're saying is, like, build it slowly, let it come in slowly. There is really no race. But also, like, pay attention to, like, your time and how, when you do this, how your time feels. Do you feel stressed? Are you enjoying this? Do you feel like you have to bend over backwards for other things to make time for this thing? Like, I feel like that's what they're saying the gift of this is. Like, as this slowly comes in, comfortably comes in, you're able to still enjoy what you're doing. The trick is to continue to enjoy it. As long as you enjoy it, you will have success, long-term success. It'll slowly build. But, like, notice, like, you know, say a year goes by, just for argument's sake, and you got, like, you know, you're getting to the point where you have 50 orders a month. And at that point, you're like, okay, I'm pretty comfortable, but it's starting to, like, cause, you know, if I'm going to do this, I have to kind of, like, start looking at, like, do I have to let go of some other things or just rebalance some other things? That's the point of it coming in slowly. So you can see how much time this is, how much this is adding to your life, how much you like this. But, for example, I think I need a good example here. So say you have a full-time job, and then you're doing this side job, too. And you have 50 orders a month you're doing. So it's what, roughly 12, 13 orders a week? Which may not seem too bad, but I'm thinking after doing this long term, you may find that, like, doing a full-time job and doing the side job may be too much. Maybe you have to pull back one or the other, which may be like the main job you have, like, okay, let me see, am I allowed to go back to like 30 hours a week and still keep the benefits I have or less? Or is there a different way to, like, if you have a partner, can we, like, put all, like, I'll pay them and we'll put all the insurance on them. I'll make sure I pay my share of it or whatever I need to do there. And then I'll go back to, I'll go down to 20 hours on the main job, and I'll try to build my side job more and see if I can make that a main thing at some point. So it's kind of like, with it moving forward slowly, you get to decide if that's going to work for you. You get to decide how you want it to add in. It's the comfortable balance of it. Because whatever it is you're doing, you're meant to have it. You may not realize the effect you're having on others. Whatever it is, whatever the work is you're doing, whatever it is you're adding into your life, you are affecting other people in a positive way. So I wanted to make this really benign. So maybe you're just maybe you're having this, maybe whatever you're doing isn't cookies, maybe it's like putting photographs, taking photographs of things. Or it's something where you're like, well, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of obvious how photographs affect people, but you're doing something where you're not realizing how much of an effect you're having. You're having a very positive effect on people. That's the point of this. You need to do this. Like, you're having a positive effect on the world. Your energy is rising and is affecting other people in a positive way. So they're like, but the thing is, you have to be comfortable. Do it to the point where you're happy, not in the sense of like you feel obligated. So, for example, I just used that baking analogy. If you get so far and you're getting like 50 orders a month, and you're like, you know what, I don't want to cut back my hours on my main job, but the baking thing is becoming a little bit too much. And you're like, you know what, I could actually easily do maybe like 30 orders a month. I can't handle 50. 50 is becoming too much. It's taking up too much of my time. So I can do 30 orders a month. Pull it back. It won't go away. Pull back, lessen it if that's what you want to do. You will still be successful. The point is for you to discover what works for you. That way it slowly comes in and you're like, okay, I tried this and I see how it goes, and it is working, it's becoming stable, but I have to make sure it's where I enjoy it. So if I want more of it, I reevaluate my schedule so I can allow more of it and still be happy. If I want less of it, I rearrange the situation so I have less of it but still enjoy it so I'm happy. You have the door to value and the door to spirit. Whatever this is you're doing, it's coming forward slowly. The block will be lifted. It's coming forward in the right time. It's going to go slowly. It's going to start comfortably. But the point is, they want you to keep it, not just for you, but you do have a very positive effect on other people. So it's very enjoyable, very fulfilling for you, and it's meant to be, but it's not just you. You're also fulfilling and helping other people, even if you don't realize it. Sometimes just showing up, you help people, and you don't realize it. I'm feeling like just your presence sometimes helps people because it makes them feel better, as if they're not alone. Like, even though you might not be talking to somebody, you might not even really know them that well, for some reason when you're in their presence, they might just feel better that you're there. Kind of like, your presence just makes them feel better. I don't know how to explain it. It's just there. So I think the point of that analogy is to say, even though you may not realize that you're having a very positive experience, a very positive effect, the more you enjoy it, the longer you'll do it, the better it'll go. And they want you to create it, create it the way you truly enjoy it, not the way somebody else believes you should enjoy it. Are we good? All right, I think I'm there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.